mallet or whatever it is.
Come on, load, Sinchester.
Huh?
Come on, load, Sinchester.
Right, let's have a conversation. Good boy. Come on. Right. Now, just got to trot into it like that, okay? You can do it. Go on. So I hope you all enjoyed Banditry's first video, and I actually wanted to start the second day of him with you being able to see how he'd come out. So yeah, you can obviously hear me and Matt. He was quite impressive as we started working him. So as you hear me say, we had a little conversation, and suddenly he just stretched his head down a little bit, and then you've got what you see now in the video. There was nothing that I did particularly apart from just stopping and saying, well, look, you know, hang on a minute here, just listen to what I'm trying to ask you to do. Instead of pouncing about with your head in the air like a silly giraffe and making yourself feel really uncomfortable, just drop your head down and just trot forward. And he suddenly just went, okay, got it, and away we go. So we've changed the rein now, and actually, again, he's been very good. We came back to a walk because Banditry is a horse that actually I do seem to get it better for him if I'm in walk. And once I've got his head down in walk and he's stretched out a little bit, then he'll let me ride him forward into the trot. I mean, you saw I just gave him a little bit of an encouragement with the stick now and again, because he does just back off and he's just losing his concentration, which is fine. He's learning. He does find it quite hard. They all don't understand, and it's very, very different for them at this level and stage of the retraining. First couple of days, we've thrown them in the school and said, right, this is what we want you to do. But as I said before, we do that because we want them to know what we want them to do now, instead of going around, as you saw Banditry at the beginning, with his head up in the air. That could go on for days. But let's nip it in the bud and get on with it. He's trotting along beautifully at the moment, and I'm really, really pleased with how he's come on. I mean, especially just from the start of this video to how he's trotting now. Major improvement. So we've gone into a canter today with him. He's got a very, very steady canter, and as you can see, I'm just coming out of my irons a little bit, and I just keep niggling with the reins a little bit, encouraging the head down, and he's making me work quite hard, which is fine. You know, that's what I'm there to do. I've got to teach him. It's not the other way round. He's not teaching me at the moment. He's letting me know what he can and can't do, but I've got to help and support him every step of the way. So we've just had a little canter, really happy with him. So we'll change the rein now and have a go on the other rein. Little head comes up. I just keep niggling at him and just say, listen, okay? And as you can see again, I've stopped trotting, come back to walk. We're sorting ourselves out. There we go. He is just having that little argument with me. Little smile. Away we go. And once I've got him happy in the trot, I won't canter until I'm happy with him, the way he's trotting round. You know, you don't run before you walk, and it's very much the same with these. Okay, a lot of you will think we're doing a lot with these horses in the first few stages, but like I said, we like to let them know straight away what we want. He's cantering around quite happily there. I'm still encouraging him down as much as I can. And I mean, this takes an awful lot of leg to be putting him around, especially a small 20x40 school. And you've got to understand as well, these horses, they're not used to working from the leg as such. So I've got a little pair of spurs on that does help. And it does especially help me because I'm still very weak getting back into riding at the moment. So everything I'm pretty much wearing with a little pair of spurs to help me. So we've come down from the canter and we've gone back to the trot, and we've got that little Banditry jig joggy. Again, I've just said to him no. I've just kept going and kept niggling, and he's dropped straight away for me. And I just want to finish him on a good note today. So I'm not going to ask too much more. You can see straight away, as soon as he's dropped his head, that's it. I'll leave him for today. He'll get a good fuss and a big pat. We've done, what, 5 minutes? And that's it. He'll go back out in the field and be very happy with him. Okay, so this is the 3rd day of retraining for Banditry. And so we're just having a nice walk round, and you can see straight away he's kind of getting the idea, and he wants to go forward with me at the moment. Having a nice little jog there. I've just kind of said to him, just give me a chance, let's just get ourselves sorted here, and then we'll get on with it. So once we're ready, we'll go back into a little trot where he's just throwing his head up a little bit, and I just want him to try, if we can, to think about what we're doing and settle it there. Lovely. So I've just opened my hands, I've kept them wide. You can see he's also got a lot more rein now because he's letting me ride him and he wants to go forward. He's enjoying himself. He feels so much more relaxed than he did with that first day that I sat on him. The paces are looking better. He's a very, very sweet, smart little horse, actually. And he's finding it now quite easy. I mean, he's been out of work for a long time, so he's got a lot of muscle to build up, the change, everything. It's going to take a long, long time for him, which is why we're keeping the schooling sessions so short with him. And he's not ridden every day. He'll have a session in the school. I might not ride him again then for a couple of days, 2 or 3. And what I like to do is just give them time to process what we've done with them, and it also as well gives them time for their muscles not to feel too tight. It's like yourself, if you're exercising hard, give yourself chance. And that's the same with the horses. Don't keep pushing and pushing and pushing because you've got something one day. It doesn't mean you have to go out and do it all again the next day. We find they're far better, as you can see from these videos, if we give them a few days off after one session and give them time to relax in between and then bring them back out again. He's trotting around beautifully on both reins there. He's getting so much more balance in the trot especially. And I haven't changed anything. He's ridden at the moment. He's in his Micklin bridle. As you know, we absolutely love those and use them on everything. And he's got the turtle top new shawl bit in. He's looking comfortable, bringing him back down to walk. And really nice, a real nice back down to what you can see. I'm praising him whenever he does anything. And as I said, with Banditry, he needs that bit of walking in between to get back where I need him. If I keep just trotting away and cantering away, I'm going to lose that connection with him. So we just come back to walk before we go into anything, and it just gives him a chance to just relax and settle down into it all. Again, he's cantered off on the right lead for me, which is great. The canter itself is so much better again from what was a couple of days ago on day 2. We very much do motorbike a little bit around the corners, but he's got a very nice canter that's quite short, and he's actually probably not doing himself any favours because he's working himself harder than he needs to. What I want him to do is just drop the head down, and quite happily, if he wants to bowl along a little bit quicker, that's fine by me, but he doesn't want to do that, so I'm just going with him and just trying to carry him round a little bit as much as I can. As you can see there, I'm just constantly encouraging the head to come down, but I'm slightly out of the saddle and just keeping my leg on and just bouncing him along. Nice trot across the school as he changes the rein. And again, I'm not asking him to get into the corners or anything because we come round there. All I want to do is just change the direction. Allow him to get a little bit comfortable in the trot before we do anything else. and into canter. Just again, running him into the canter, going slightly half seat and just allowing him to take me along. And as you can see again, he's so steady in that canter. He would be just a bit easier if he would just go on a little bit for me. So I'm just trying to stay out of that saddle and just keep my hands and just let him carry himself along and just get comfortable now from having his head down there. And he's trying so hard. He's got himself a little audience as well. All the racehorses are on holiday, watching to see what's going on. But I'm absolutely chuffed with how this little horse has come on in the 3 days. I mean, if you've been following the videos from day 1 to even day 2 on this one to now day 3, he's a completely different transformed horse. And he's enjoying it. He's really, really enjoying it. He's coming out to be Shelmore now in the stable with us, and great big pat, lots of encouragement. And that's it. Leave him again. About 5 minutes of work and done for the day.